Brian with Grand Roofing, back at it again, once again for you guys. You've commented, I'm answering. You want to see uncut, unedited, or minimal editing, start to finish videos, so that's what we're going to do here. Sorry for the noise in the background, next to a busy road. What we've got going on is there was some wind damage here. This homeowner had a leak coming in. They contacted their insurance company. Insurance guy came out, looked at it. He put this blue tarp stuff down. He actually put it on top of the shingle. You can see the old cap nails here. Water was running right in and under, going in a 1x crack, causing a good leak inside. The homeowner has filed a claim on this, contacted a few contractors. Some of the contractors said it's absolutely shot, you got to get replaced. Bam, here's my price. I look at it, I know whose insurance company is, I'm not going to say. My opinion is they're not going to cover anything. Honestly, I'm walking around up here, there's no reason for them to cover it. Let's just take a quick pan around, then we'll jump into the repair, uncut, minimal editing. If I run down the truck, I'll cut that little snippet out. But yeah, also, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you do like this kind of content and you haven't subscribed or commented, please comment down below, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe so you're notified on the next one. So quick walk around of this property here, this house, this roof. There is no wind damage on any section on this home except for right there. There's 2 shingles. There is no wind damage of any sort. Everything is solid. It's stuck down. I don't see any sign of anything other than minor wear. Yeah, you got some areas where some granules are coming up, but it's by no means shot. The pattern's not bad. There's a few I found that are a little close, but not bad at all. Every side I've just random check, spot check for wind damage, loose shingles, mat transfer, various things, and I don't see it. I don't see anything here. I don't know much of the age of the roof. I'm just guessing 15 years old maybe. Everything here, dominant winds out of the south, out of the west. There is nothing lifting. It's all stuck everywhere I've checked last time I was here. So my opinion, I wouldn't say go pursue this claim any further. I mean, honestly, what the adjuster or the insurance company said is go get a handful of quotes and they're just going to run them through the ringer, exhaust them, wear them out. It's not going to go anywhere. Then their thought is, well, we got to find the cheapest quote because that's, you know, might be hard to afford, whatever. No, this roof's got some life in it. If the adjuster or insurance company comes back and says, yeah, we're gonna cover it, then hell yeah. But my opinion, it's not. So there's no sense in fighting it. Also, I guess I will say also, I get some people questioning the cost and value of repair. Very briefly touch on that. It depends on several factors. Your local market, what's the demand in your market? If there's a lot of competition, it's gonna drive price down. If there's no competition, you can basically set and name your price. If it's insurance work, they work with the insurance company. They make the price, negotiate, supplement, whatever. That's a totally different beast. I will say also on a personal level, you guys, if you're a contractor, if it's something you want to do and you're backlogged, throw your price up higher. You don't want to go run yourself into the ground, backlogging a lot of work, trying to get every job, and underbidding, you'd be losing work. Who knows if the price, especially in this economy, is going up, you might lose money there. So repair work can vary and can change, so I don't want to say, because then some guys that are overpricing or charging a lot in another different market, different circumstances, be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. So it can vary. I guess just get out there, do some repair work. If you get a lot of your repair work, you're too cheap. You can find out if you throw some high prices, you don't get any, you're overpriced. You can kind of play that way, as well as how backlogged you are. So enough of the pricing. I don't like getting into that too much. It's also not what you make, but what you do with it too. I've been able to do a lot with very little. So let's get into the actual start of this. This is wearing out. It's got some damage to it. It's wobbling pretty good. It's starting to rust out real well. There's no need to have another vent right next to this vent. You ask my opinion, it's under vented slightly, but what we're going to do is remove the shingles that are damaged in this area where the cap nailed. We're going to knock this out. Got a piece of wood here. We're going to cut trusses, the wood out from rafter to rafter, truss, whatever's under here. Drop a piece in, put a piece of ice and water down. New shingles close in color. This is some stuff I've had at the shop. It's pretty close to it. In my description, I said it'll be close, but not exact. Even if you had the exact same shingles from when this was installed, they will be faded due to the age of this. So if you're a newer guy and you're writing up estimates, cover yourself with things like that. I've once had somebody come back and say, hey, I don't like that color. That's not what I chose. Big lesson to learn. We got that settled. But every estimate I do, if they like it and they want to move forward, the color is added. That's what they sign off on. All right, GoPro on ahead. We're going to get started. I believe I got most everything up here. Field of view should be good there. Battery power. I don't see my battery power when we are recording. All right, we're gonna start this. I'm guessing this repair should take 15 minutes to half hour. Not too bad, not too much. Some things you'll need is a flat bar, some basic tools. It's not big enough. We're gonna use the old trusty mag hatchet. Link in the description. This thing is awesome because it has an embedded magnet to hold your stuff while you're holding shingles. Check it out. I'm out of hand nails. I might need to clip a few. But let's get started on this. Get your shingles split. This shingle's coming out. You got to get those nails removed, split this free, pop those nails out because the underlying headlamp of this shingle is up under that row. So we're going to have to start up here. I get a handful of people questioning, what's the best technique for this? Well, it varies. Today is a warm, muggy, overcast day, so you don't have the sun beating down on it. It's not going to burn you, but it's warm and muggy. The tar sealer kind of comes apart. Different brands, eras, times. The seal strips could be manufactured differently with different temperatures, and they could act differently. But what I like to do, if it doesn't work, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting different results. If what you're doing isn't working, try something different. So I'll show you a couple of things I like to do. If you're in a single thickness here, you can tear this a lot easier than if you're to double. So if you're trying to start here or on a corner, yeah, it's not working, jump over to a thicker part. You could also sometimes get up under here this way and go that way. What I find work best in most ways and circumstances, temperatures, is once you get a spot started, work sideways and down like this. You do need to be aware you can be under this next one here. If I can get my camera down in there, and you can cut that. You don't want to do that. So just get it started. Play around with it. You'll find what works for you. Make sure you get the nails out when you're in there. You don't want to do repair, have a nail left and it's above the decking of the substrate, and then you put your new roof on. A few weeks go by, hot summer sun, it just heats up and breaks through. You don't want that. Around the other side. 6 to 9 shingles should be all we need to get out of this. So let me point something out. I said something earlier, mat transfer. Some of you may be like, well, what's mat transfer? At least what I know it to be is if wind damage occurs, chances are it's not going to split the tar and then reseal down. What happens is the tar on this shingle was so aggressively stuck to the granules that it had what I believe is called mat transfer, but this is what it is it pulls the granules off of the shingle and they're stuck to that. Let me get some light there. You can see it. This will never seal down again. That's just a little thing you're looking for wind damage. Shingles loose, shingles missing in, completely, shingles creased, snapped. Anyway, let me reach down and cancel this call. Actually, I need to take this call. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take that call. It was pretty important. So I didn't do anything yet. I just sat here until the call is over. Snip that part out for you. Let's get back into this repair here. I don't recall what the last thing I said was, but anyway, make sure you got all your nails out, and then you can reach up under here, get all these nails out. Sometimes it might be better if you actually just get the shingle out of there, so you got some room to see and work. Then go back up under there, make sure you get your nails. Never good to have nails near a keyway like this. Can you see the water getting in there? We're gonna go ahead and probably fix that real quick. By just simply cutting it back a little bit further. So what do you do to cut that back further and repair that? Well, all you gotta do is go back far enough to get a good 4, 5, 6 inch stagger. I go about 5 inches past this one. You can cut it here, but you wanna make sure a couple things. There's not another keyway near that below it or above it. You want to have them completely offset. You want to make sure there's no damage to the shingle under it. You want to make sure that you're not cutting it right above another nail. So there's no nail right here. We're back far enough. There's no keyway because this is going to be long. There's no keyway below it near it. So we're good to take a hook knife, reach up under there and cut that out. Careful not to cut the shingle under it. Your best cut straight. Get that out of there. Get this turbine vent completely removed. They're junk. When I was last here, I threw that under so it would shed water the right way. You can see where it had been out for a minute. Water was coming in under the guy's tarp, getting down, wore out, going right in here. It's gap because that's a 1x. It's decking with 1x's. There's a gap between it. The other guy cap nailed into this shingle, patching it, so I figured it's not going to do any more damage. I put mine there, but you can't leave it. You need to get these gone. So what we're going to do, we got to come over here anyways to get to this keyway. So we've got enough room to cut this right here. It's off far enough from your flange of your vent. It's off far enough from this. You just want to get it repaired. You want to do your repair good enough so you're not going to have to go back up and fight this thing, or just in general do a crappy repair. If you're a contractor, want to be a contractor, do good quality work, build up a good reputation. Got to get this fixed too. Since that flange is gone now, this is cut too low next to a keyway here. Water could get in right there. So we're going to pop this corner up. Go over just far enough to get this shingle cut back. No nails right there. Get some of these cleaned up real quick so I don't grind them up into the shingles. I'm gonna bash my knee in it. Don't have my skill saw today. I kind of forgot to throw that in the bag. So we're gonna use the Sawzall here. So we're just gonna get an idea here. We're gonna do one, second one, just by cutting this down like that. So let's start by getting it cut out. Try to keep these nails in here. If you need to, pull the nails. If you need to, cut one side or the other. Just make sure that when you are done, if you remove nails out of this side, you re-nail that. This one's good. If you need to add them, add them. This one, they're cut out. Make sure you re-nail that. Over time, if not, it could buckle back up, cause a problem. Just because we are going to add a nail on this side. I think I'm about to hit my panic alarm. Keys are in my back pocket. Never done this with a 16. Let's see. Come on, people. You don't have to use the same size 1x. You don't have to go out and buy them. Not a problem at all. You can put several in. What you don't want to do is gap them like this. This roof gets redone. Like for example, some areas near me, not my area, right here in Kokomo, but some counties near me, they require deck inspections and permits and all that. So if there are gaps over, I believe that area is a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, you've got to deck it. Either deck over, strip all that, redeck, whatever. You can't do that. And the reason is based on where your nail pattern is, you could fall right in between this. A lot of guys don't pay attention to that. That's what the inspection process, deck inspections are for. Sometimes they can be a pain in the butt because you still get those guys that are not going to do it. Cut corners, they'll just do it on the weekend. little trick. I don't have my pencil with me. So we're gonna set this next board in here like that. This is probably still a little green, so don't worry about leaving any space because it will dry in space. But my little tip here, use a shingle piece. Just mark a little line right there like that. That wasn't supposed to happen. Bee or a fly? That little piece I'm not worried about. It's a repair, not redoing a whole new roof, but honestly that little piece is so much smaller than all the boards and gaps in this roof. Guess my aim wasn't so good. All right, wood is replaced. Make sure there's nothing big in the area. It's raised up. Make sure there's no nails sticking up. I had some ice and water on the truck still, so that's what we're gonna use. Not necessary. Use paper, black paper, whatever you want to use. There you go, just wide enough to cover, just far enough up under this cut mark to get it tucked. Use a scrap to go down this side here once I cut it. There's a nail right there. There we go. Still got to get that little damaged corner out. We are good to start putting some shingles back. See the double line from the manufacturer, kind of. I believe these are probably the exact shingles, just manufactured a long time ago and pretty faded. Maybe it's a little bit off. Certainteed is the one that does this. This is a Certainteed shingle. Landmark Pro. Make sure there's no nails. Yeah, like this nail under here, it's compromised. So even though this is stuck down, this shingle seals to this, it's not going to be pinned down. It'll be lifting. So go ahead and re-nail that. Just make sure you check your stuff over. If a nail drops down really easy, you're in a 1x, in between 1x's. Sorry, not in a 1x, but in between 1x's. So if you need to raise one or lower one, make sure you do that. You'll know it, you'll feel it. Then it's just a matter of piecing the shingles in, watching your keyway, stagger pattern. As somebody commented in the past, a book. I said, what the heck are you talking about? What's a book? Oh, I can tell you're ignorant with roofing. You don't know what you've done. You don't know anything about roofing. You've never been a roofer for as long as you say. Well, different parts of the world, different parts of the country, people refer to things differently. Doesn't mean they don't know. I might have to go down and clip some nails. I'm getting pretty daggone low. So don't nail this area. That's why I skipped it. We're going to be short because I cut this one back over here, so we're going to need to add a tab, good area for your pieces to come into play. Just make sure you offset. So this is actually pretty good right here because, of course, we got no nails here. I'm going to add one on the left here a little bit. That can come down. That one kind of barely went in between a 1x, so we're going to raise it up a little bit. Once this is all done, there is one last thing I don't have up here is the caulking gun. Anywhere from an old seal strip, it'll never reseal. We're going to put a little dabs of caulking under those. Don't forget that part. Or that could open up wind damage from here up later down the road because it's not pinned down. I'm not a fan of going super far under, but I'm going to match what they've got. Well, I say that back. I'm not a fan of getting everything tucked so far you're covering and hiding it all, because this part is not up quite high enough, in my opinion. That is also why there's this punched rib in here, but we're going to match what they've got here, so we're going to nail that down, go over it. I am out of nails, so I'm going to have to run down to the truck real quick to get the extra nails and caulking to do a few things, so I'll be right back. All right, we are back and ready to go again. Had to get the caulking gun and get some nails. So what we're gonna do here real quick is get this piece here cut out and prep, ready to go. Water is gonna divert and come down this. We've got some holes in here, so when we're done, we're gonna caulk our side and clip our top corners. But we are good to get this ready to go. Now that I got some nails. Oh, you know what? Shit, I forgot this right here. We got these pieces right here we didn't address. Good catch. Well, you know what? That's gonna kind of suck. I don't want to put a little small tab here. That's not my style. We're actually, there's no issues because it's solid. It's no different than having a keyway through here, but we can slip a little piece of ice and water under just because I happen to see it sitting here. Just past the overlap there. That'll seal down. That'll help cover and stick up at anything. Yeah, no different than if two shingles came together here. As long as you don't have a keyway under it or nails or a damaged shingle under that, you're fine. Okay, so let's go back to where we were here. Some guys absolutely hate the fact that I nail down the bottom edges. I will say, if I do, I don't nail the very bottom and I don't nail the very outer edge, because water can wick up under, water can trickle under the side and then get into your nail. So if you see me do it, I'm always gonna come up a little bit, and then I don't want that blowing up. I don't want wind-driven rain. I don't want wind going under here when the wind blows and is strong. I will also follow it up by, I've seen nails like this over 20 years old, not a problem. Yeah, they'll rust a little bit, so it's not gonna cause a leak. We will spot these. Typically, I do this afterwards so I don't make a mess. Did I punch this one open? Yeah, it just seems really hard. What's going on? Coming really slow. Is this half dried? Yeah, it looks pretty dried up. Oh well. Okay. I'm not a fan of putting pieces in right there like that, but it's not going to hurt anything. I want to make sure you get it replaced and put a big bead of sealer down the edge of this. Make sure there's room, a small channel for water to run through, and then I like to cut the top corner like that, because if you have a point like this, water can hit this and then trickle down. You don't want that. Let's see if we can get this to actually squirt out a little bit here. Yeah, my tube is about dried out. Just glance in to pay attention ahead of time where my nails need to be in preparation for the next keyway. Because this was almost a full shingle. By the time you shift that over, you're gonna have a little keyway right here. So what you can do, actually this is a good spot to do this, to show you, we're just gonna put a tab in and cut this here or here, probably here, it's a little bit bigger, a little more room. We'll get that nailed off and then put one final shingle in. Because I put that there, see, I don't want a nail here, I don't want a drip groove there. nail right there. See, I even missed one, but I'm not gonna neglect it, leave it, ignore it. Right in between 1x. Right in between 1x. Right in between a bigger 1x. Gap, that is. Gaps, those are. Wow. You don't want to leave those. They're going to blow, tug and pull and blow out. There you go. Just lower them down a little bit more. It's all nailed off, all nailed off. This is where the magic of the mag hatchet helps here. Okay, now the last step. All the new shingles are bottom seal, they're gonna stick down. Any of the old shingles, like this right here, will never stick. This, where I broke it free, will never stick. So we're just gonna put a dab. We're gonna put a small couple dabs, preferably over the nails. See, that one's down good. This one's broke free, so put a couple dabs. I don't put lines, I just put dabs, and I try to put them near a nail so it holds the shingle down. Then just step up on it, squish them down, stick them down in there. All right, let's not forget my headset there. This thing's about 100 bucks. Okay, that's how you do remove a turbine vent. This is how you smash the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you liked it. Please just subscribe. Well, whether you subscribe or not, I don't care, I don't mind. If you liked it, if you could, if you're watching this far, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps. The mag hatchet description down below. I'm gonna clean up and get out of here, get on to my lunch and my last couple stops of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got something good out of this, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, oh, comment below if you got any things you want to see. Those of you that comment, thank you. Those of you that comment what you want to see, thank you, that all helps. Until next time, be safe. We'll see you on the next one.